My Wednesday live. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be making this really fun card using the After the Storm stamp set. Before I dive in, I just want to tell you about two things that I have going on right now. One, we were just let know yesterday that June 24th, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on any order of 50 or more. So that's for 24 hours only, June 24th. I hope you're watching this replay in time. Any order on $50. When you place your order of $50 or more, you will also get a free $10 item from me. Just so you know. So you're going to get free shipping and you're going to get a free $10 item. And I've extended my embossing folder promotion through Thursday, June 24th as well. So if you place an order of $75, you will get a free embossing folder, you will get a free $10 item, and your order will ship for free. Thursday, June 24th. All the details are over on my blog. You can find my blog at Jamie B. You have to make sure you spell my first name right. JAIMIE. I have two I's in my name. JamieB.com. Okay. Just want to give that little plug. Free shipping and the free embossing folder has been extended through Thursday. So let's dive into today's card. I am using, let me show you what I'm using. The After the Storm stamp set. This is just a really fun standalone, so it's not part of a bundle. It's just a standalone stamp. Hey, Karen, thanks for coming on in today. I appreciate you joining me. And it has some really great images, this kind of sunburst, a couple of clouds, and then more of like a detailed sunburst, a couple standalone birds, and some great, just encouraging sentiments. I'm a sucker for good sentiments. I have been known to buy a stamp set just for specific stamp sets. You've been on my mind. Even the darkest night will pass and the sun will rise. I love a Just Because. I use them a lot. And then a little sunshine for your day. That's a tongue twister. So this is what I'm playing with today. And then we're going to make these fun clouds, and the clouds are made using the basic borders dies. So it's not a bundle. They don't pair together. They're a separate stamp set and a separate dies that you buy them individually. But this dies are so fun. Let's see here. There's six different dies that come in this pack here, and they stitch or like make dots or whatever. So really fun. And I'm going to be using this one here. That's like the cloud. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to have you here. Hey, Karen, good afternoon. Or good morning, I guess. If you're on the West Coast, it's still technically morning. Here in New York, it is 1 o'clock, so it's afternoon for me. But this is the guy that I'm going to be using to make these fluffy clouds, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. It's super easy. You're going to be like, of course that's how you did that, Jamie. Super easy. So let's dive in. I am using yellow. It's hard to believe, but if you're going to make a sunburst, I feel like it has to be a form of yellow. Oh, Arizona, I bet you are is it like super ridiculously hot over there, Michelle? I'm sure it's so hot right now. At least that's the way it's been looking on the weather. This is Daffodil Delight. It is 5.5 by 5. Excuse me, let me start over. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Okay. I have my bone folder. You're so happy for me. I know you are, because I remembered. Very rarely do I remember. Okay, so then I have another panel. I already did this ahead of time, but another panel of Daffodil Delight cardstock, 4.25 by 5.5. So it's the entire card front size. And I embossed it using the checks and dots embossing folder. So in this packet of embossing folders, you get two. And as you can tell by the name, there's a check one. And then there's a dot one, checks and dots. And they're mini embossing folders. So I'm calling them mini. I don't know if that's, they're the smaller ones. And they coordinate with the mini Stampin' cut and emboss machine. So they are the smaller size. But what I did, and I've done this in a previous card. I think I did it like a couple of weeks ago. No problems. Is I wanted to cover the entire card front. And so I ran it through my embossing machine, and then I just moved the embossing folder over and ran it through again. You do kind of get this funky overlap in the middle, but it's not that big of a deal because my piece of cardstock is literally going to cover the whole belly of it. So if you didn't want that, you could literally just emboss like the corner and run it through, and then the edge, and then emboss the edge and then run it through. You don't even have to emboss the center here because it's most of it is going to be covered except for what, like a half an inch or so. I don't know what that is. But so checks and dots embossing folder. I love this embossing folders. I love that you get 2 for the price of 1. That's kind of like the best part about this. And if you order these now through Thursday, through June 24th, and your order is over $75, you can pick these embossing folders for free. You can pick whatever one you want, but if you want these, you can grab them for free in my embossing folder kind of offer that I have going on right now. I am looking for my liquid. Oh, it was behind my outlight. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay, so I already did this ahead of time. Oh, I have a little smudge there. I'm going to put that side down. Oh, see that? I have a little smudge. I'm not sure where that came from. I am going to adhere this down with some liquid glue. You could also use the Stampin' Seal Plus, would work marvelous, but I have the liquid glue right here, so that's what I'm going to use. Okie dokie. That's going to go right on my card front. It covers the entire card front. Oh, liquid glue. I have a love-hate relationship with you. Oh, I'm a smidge short. I'm going to have to trim my cardstock. No big deal. See that? I'm a smidge short on my embossed cardstock. No problem. We can fix that. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a haircut. Ta-da! Problem solved. Whoops. It's like totally hit my outlight. Okay, so that's been taken care of. There's our card front. Oh, I have a little smidge there too. Where are they? Is it my fingers? I was making the June paper pumpkin literally right before I went live, and I stuck my finger in the evening evergreen ink. So I wonder if I'm inky and not realizing it. Okay, so next I have a panel of basic white cardstock. This is, let me give you the measurements, 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's the entire length of the card, and then 3 1/4. Okay, and I am going to use the 2 images, the bigger sunburst, and then I'm calling that a sunburst, or maybe sun rays. That's probably a better description. The sun rays, and then this more kind of detailed one. And I'm going to stamp them in Daffodil Delight ink. I have them ready to go. But for the bigger sun rays, I'm going to stamp off, I think I stamped off twice. I literally made this card like 2 days ago, but you know how my memory is. I just don't remember things at all. So let me ink that up. Let me just test it. That would be 1, 2. Oh, maybe I only did it once. Hold on, let me try it again. 1, and then that would be 2. That would be 3. Okay, well, I'm only going to stamp off once. I could have sworn I did it twice, but I don't think I did. Okay, I just got notifications on my phone that I'm live. A little delayed. That's funny. It's like, Stampin' Up with Jamie is live. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you. Okay, so actually I'm going to do this all on here. I'm trying to save my grid paper for tomorrow night's live too. So I've inked it up once. I'm going to stamp off once. And then I'm going to, there's no rhyme or reason, so don't overthink it. I'm just going to stamp it down. Okay. I'm going to do it again, ink it up, stamp off, and then now I'm going to come below that one for 2. And I have room to do one more, so I'm going to ink it up, stamp off once, oops, and then come down and just kind of catch that corner of the cardstock. Okay, that's what you're left with. Then I'm going to take that detailed stamp, the one that has like the little dashes on it, and I'm not going to stamp off this time. I'm just going to ink it up and just kind of go where the wind tells me to go. I don't know, a couple times, maybe 4 times it looks like. It's a lot thinner. It's probably about half the size than the other one. So if you want the rays to hit Often you just have to do it a bunch of times. I think I did it, what, 5 times or so? Let me close that before I put my elbow in it, and then we have a mess everywhere. Okay, so that's what we're left with. Our sun rays poking through. Okie dokie. Now, what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I switched the sentiment up for today's card. So in the sample, I used the Just Because, which I love. I really, really do love. But for today, this afternoon, I'm going to do the You Have Been on My Mind. This is a little tricky because it's a curvy stamp, meaning the sentiment is straight, but looking down, it's all curvy. So I'm just going to test it. I got little things everywhere on my grid paper. Okay, so when I am putting a red rubber cling stamp on my block, I put my block right up straight on my grid paper. And then I imagine, because there's not a literal one, I suppose you could use a literal one. I'm going to imagine like a line going underneath that sentiment. And I am going to try and line that line up with my grid paper line underneath. Now, it's not foolproof because I'm literally like imagining fake lines that don't really exist. But it gives you an idea. Okay, and then for the heck of it, I'm going to stamp on my, I just want to see how spot on I am. Ooh, okay, I have to use my grid paper. I was trying not to use it, but that's what I get. I'm just going to stamp it on my grid paper. Okay, ink that up. There we go. Here, I'm going to line up my block with my grid paper. Ooh, I'm pretty spot on. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the sentiment. If I mess up, I can always just redo it. That's why I'm going to do my sentiment first before I start doing all the other fun stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my block straight. It's so hard when that stamp isn't straight. It's like a curvy stamp because, ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, we're going to call that good enough. Now, here's the thing about this stamp and the images and everything. They have these little like dashes in them. It's not a solid, the words aren't solid. So when you look at this and you go, oh, it didn't really like stamp right. No, it completely stamped right. That's the design of it. That's the way it's supposed to be. You didn't do anything wrong. That's the way it is. Okay, set that aside. Let that dry for a moment. I have another panel of basic white, and this is 1 3/4 by 5.5. So again, the full length of a card, 1 3/4 by 5.5. And I'm going to use, no, I'm good. I thought I put the card on an inked stamp, but it wasn't inked. Okay, I'm going to take that. Did I take it out? No, I left it here. The die from the Basic Borders dies that looks like clouds. I mean, it looks like clouds. It's so fun. I've seen a lot of people use this one for different things, and it's just a really fun cloud. And I'm going to see how there's like 2 almost straight lines at the end. Okay, at the very end. I'm going to try and keep those fairly straight. I'm not going to try and make my clouds straight because I want them kind of like fun and whimsical and kind of floating on through. And I'm going to put it just almost as far down as I can on my cardstock. Okay. And again, my bubbles aren't straight. I'm not putting it like this. Okay. I'm making sure these little wings at the end are kind of straight because I want the clouds to kind of be this free-flowing fluffiness. Those are all technical terms, by the way. Technical terms I'm using today. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine here. And we're going to get a really cool result. Okay. So ran that through. And this is what we're left with, okay? So this was my thought process, and this is how I kind of came up with this. I was going to use this. Where's my thing? Okay, I was going to do this. I'm like, oh, I really like that. That's so cute. And then I'm like, I kind of want another layer of fluff. And so I was going to flip this over and kind of put it behind. I don't know. I was playing with it. And then I laid it on top, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, it makes clouds. So fun. And so easy. One time through your die cutting machine, flip over the negative part, right? This is the negative piece that cut out, and it also gets stitched, so it cuts out the negative and the positive. Flip it over and just adhere it over what you cut from, and you have these really cute fluffy clouds. How stinking easy is that? I mean, does it get any easier and cute? I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to glue this down with some liquid glue. Liquid glue because I want to get like in kind of the cracks and crevices here. Oops, except now I have like no place to lift it up. Ah, don't drop, don't drop. Okay, here we go. I got it, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to start in the corner like so, and then drop it down, and it'll dry beautifully. Look at those clouds. Aren't those so fun? And as I go ahead and move it, and super easy. Super, super, super easy. You get these really fun, fluffy clouds. Okie dokie, let's continue. Where's my card? I lost my card. Oh, it's under the other card. There we go. Okay, so I am going to adhere this, nope, there we go, right onto my card front with some Stampin' Seal. I'm going to do one that way, and one this way, and then another this way, and the last one that way. Make sure you do it right side up. Okay, that's going to go straight in the middle. Okay. And then these are going to go, of course, with some dimensionals. I mean, hello. If they're going to be big, fluffy clouds, they got to be big and fluffy. And stand off the card. And I'm going to use way more than I need to, but, you know, that's kind of how I roll. That's my prerogative around here. Can you ever have enough dimensionals? Don't know. Peel them off. This has to be one of the most basic elements, like dimensionals, and yet I love them. I just think they're so brilliant that they give a little extra dimension, a little lift, a little 3D to a card. So I love them so much. Okay, that's just going over the top like so. Isn't that fun? Okay, then I pulled out my silver and clear epoxy essentials. Now you get two sheets. You get a clear sheet and then a silver sheet. And then in each you get a teardrop, a diamond, and a circle. Well, of course I'm going to use the teardrop because that's like rain. I don't know. It's very subtle because I use the clear ones, but you see them on there? They're there. There's a couple of them there. They're clear. I went for the clear ones. I didn't want the silver ones. Now, here's the thing. They're a little tricky to get off. I'm not going to lie. So I think I used this. We're going to see if this works. I'm not going to lie. They're a little tricky to get up. Like even now it's just skirting around. The other end, the sticky end, didn't really, well, okay, I stand corrected. I picked it up then. Okay, I want like one here. Can I get that? See, it doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, I stand corrected. The sticky end of your take your pick tool will get them. Maybe I was just inept the other day. And another one there. Come on, come on. And then we're going to put another one down here. Now, you could load this up with raindrops. You might even be able to color them. I didn't try that. But you might be able to take your Stampin' blends and color right on them and make them colors. I didn't try that. I like the clear because it's kind of like a hidden detail because it's clear, so you don't necessarily see it like immediately. But they actually, I think I'm going to add one more. I think I did my sun rays a little wider than my sample. And I think I want, where do I want it though? Oh boy. Don't overthink it, Jamie. Is anybody else an overthinker here? Oops. That one's a little crooked. There we go. Oops, wrong end. And there's a little tiny hair in it. Can I snip it? Kitty cat hairs, I'm telling you. They get everywhere. Okay. So there's our front. What do you think? You've been on my mind with these kind of raindrops coming through. The other sentiment would work really fun, great too, that even the darkest night will pass and the sun will rise. Really encouraging, just letting someone know that you're thinking of them and you care about them and you want the best for them. Okay, I'm just cleaning off my stamp because I need that block. For the inside of my card, I use A Little Sunshine for Your Day. And I'm going to use it on this one too. I just have to get it out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing except with my H. Ooh, I was right, H block. So it's on my grid paper straight, and I'm going to imagine a straight line running underneath my sentiment. And then just for the heck of it, I've already stamped on my grid paper, so I might as well test it again. Do. It's a little low on this side, I think. It's like, is it too low? Just like correct it, because then if you correct it, like, are you just going to make it worse? We're going to call that fine. Okay, so for the inside, I have a 4 by 5 1/4 panel of basic white, and I'm just going to stamp the other sentiment, a little sunshine for your day. This could have gone on the front too if you wanted, but I want it on the inside. Okay, fingers crossed that went straight and centered. I think we're pretty good. Oh, that's good. I love when it works. Oh, it doesn't always work. Love it when it does. Okay, and then that is going to get some adhesive, and it's going to go on the inside of the card. Like so. Okay, there you have it. See how quick that came together? So quick, so easy, super cute. Love these little raindrops. Love that it's a card that tells someone that you're thinking of them, that you care for them, that they've been on your mind. So I would encourage you, again, after the storm stamp set paired with the basic borders dies. You can find all this product over in my store. If you have any questions, let me know. This would be great to pick up during free shipping on Thursday, June 24th, along with lots of other goodies that you can get. So reach out to me. JamieB.com is all my catch-all links. If you need to get a hold of me, if you want to shop, if you have any questions. Thank you everyone so much for watching today. I will see you back next week, same time, same place. Have a great day. Bye-bye.